All right, Edward, so here's the Lexus. We'll do a full exterior walk around, and then we'll go through the inside and fiddle with stuff and press buttons and make sure stuff works, check out, any damage, anything like that. So we'll start up here. Bumper looks good. No weirdness or scrapes or scratches or anything like that. This is the area that was redone by us when it was traded in, so they had a scrape. Started about there and went to about there, just inside the fender, so they replaced the door and I believe the fender as well, and then blended into the rear door and I assume into the bumper and stuff as well. So did a great job. As you can back away a few paces, you can see it's, can't even tell. They did a great job. Our body shop's excellent, so no surprise there, but just like to show that. A few little rock chips up here. That's a scratch. That's a little deeper little scratch there. Just more little rock chips and things, normal Montana stuff. We don't salt our roads in the winter. We put gravel on them so our vehicles don't rust, but lots of rock chips. So wheels and tires are brand new. I think we put them on after, I do, I remember specifically, because this had, when this was traded in, this had very worn winter tires on it, so we obviously those were trash, so we took those off and put those are brand new tires, which is good. Wheels have a little bit, all four of the wheels have a little bit of marking on them. You can see just a little bit down there. That's the worst of any of them. All four of them have like this type of thing, just this finish starting to come off or whatever. That's the only one that's like badly curved. All of the rest of them are, see, like this one, a little spot down there, same kind of thing up top. Just 13-year-old car stuff, in my opinion. Little rock chips here, rock chips, and a little scratch right there. Just more, there's just this little stuff. Some scratching there, little stuff. Nothing crazy is there. That's just wax. Okay, cool. Sometimes I don't know. I can't tell if it's like a paint chip or if it's just excess wax. This is pretty normal. This rubber trim gets sun faded and it dries out. It just gets hard. It starts to crinkle and break. Very common on both these and Sequoias, as they have the same like flashing and stuff on the windows. So more little scratches here. Oh, underneath, I want to show you that too. Since we were discussing it on the phone, it is really clean and dry, rust free. Nothing really to look at all down there, which is obviously what you want. Stuff here. This corner saw some action, obviously, and there's a bigger ding there. This is that scratch I was telling you about above the driver's side tail light. A little deeper there. Obviously took the paint off. That's a deep scratch with some denting. And then it did chip the tail light just a tiny bit. Like, whatever it was, drug that way just enough to chip the top of the tail light. Rear hatch, that, and then this scuffing here. My assumption is this is from this being opened into something that, like, they had it parked underneath something that wasn't tall enough, and the rear hatch opened into like a piece of wood or something, and it scraped that, or a tree branch, or not enough to, like, obviously gouge anything. That's why I think it was wood, because it just scraped it. But passenger side is good, largely. There's two things. There's a soft dent here and a little scratch right there. There's a soft dent there. You can kind of just see it if I move the camera around. And there's one more there, right in front of the tail light. And then another scratch that I can just catch my finger on there. But other than that, it's good. Really no door dings on this side. That's just excess wax. So this side's good. Whoever owned this didn't like the driver's side of their car, I guess, because the passenger side's awesome. It's just strange. I never know what people do with their vehicles or why they treat them the way they do. Roof is good. There's one ding I noticed on that side. You can just see it right there on that far strake or rail or whatever. Actually, there's two. There's another one that I just saw. That's about it. Those are not scratches, by the way. Those are reflections of those light poles. So nothing weird there. Sorry, I just adjusted my zoom a little bit. Okay, so going inside, starting here, driver door panels, good. No excessive wear on anything, switches, you know, paint on them, all that stuff. There's no cracking or anything like that on that veneer. A little bit of marking here and here, probably from a dog. You'll see more evidence of dog throughout the interior. There's stuff, just small stuff all through here that has dog written all over it, but that's about it. Got that. That's the worst thing, the whole inside, as far as I could see. So that, you know, obviously get that, you want to get that sewn up before it gets any worse, or put a seat cover on it or whatever. But that is the worst thing in the whole interior, is that little tear right there. Let's see, driver rear, door panel's good, a little bit of mark there, and like I say, just little tiny stuff like these little marks here, here. That's classic, like a dog being up on here with his little claws and scratching the stuff. Back seats are pretty good. They fold like they should. Heavy, Lord, it's heavy. Don't. Tear there, just little stuff. Nothing crazy. Passenger side door panel, there's a little break in that speaker grill right there. You can just see it right there. I'll get you a better angle on that on the other side. But roof, headliner are all good. Nothing crazy back there. I'm gonna reach into there, open it. Right back here. No weirdness here. Again, to point to the no rust thing, usually when these do rust, they rust here, like behind this tail light, on this part on both sides, and then another spot you'll see rust on these if they are rusty is in here. And this is all bone dry, so very good to see. These fold and unfold like they should. They power fold, they power unfold. The only thing back here really of note is I will show you on this side. There's a trim piece missing on the back of this seat, something I noticed earlier. I was going through and taking notes on what to show. There's supposed to be just a little bezel right there. So that's been pulled off or is missing or whatever, but other than that, everything back here was fine. Close. Doesn't make any crazy noises, doesn't whir or scrape or anything like that, so that's good. Make sure this seat folds. It should too. Yep. I'll go there. Latches in firmly. Seat tilt works good. Yep, good. Like that. So that's a kick. Little pop in that speaker grill. And driver's side, or passenger front, I should say. Little scratches on the speaker grill and a little nick there. A little bit of wear here on the outside of the seat, and this looks like just like a fold, like a fold in the seat that was folded the same way all the time, and it just gave out over time. But by and large, it's nice. Glove box, good. Looks like you got your first aid kit. That's sweet. First aid kit. Score. I want to point out too, these wood veneers are in good shape. There's no like cracking or, you know, finish isn't messed up or anything like that. This just needs to be cleaned a little bit better. I mean, it is a little worn and scratchy, but that could really could have done a better job on this, so I can clean this a little bit better. Just whoever did it was in a hurry is my guess, which they can be forgiven for. They do a great job 95% of the time. Dash top is good. A-pillars, no shrinking or crinkling or anything like that of the material in there, which is good. That's something I see on luxury cars as they age. For some reason, whatever they, you know, wrap these with, and like it's more of a German car thing, but this will like shrink and crinkle and look terrible on something this old. So that's why you buy a Lexus, because Lexus or Toyota and Lexus by extension sweats that type of stuff, and they make it a priority to make sure that stuff's good. So we'll start this guy up. It is cold, as you can see. It's ice cold. I literally just moved it from there to right here. So has not been driven. That's a cold start, or as cold as it could be. Considering that I had to start it once to move it over here, I didn't push it. This is all good shape. E-brake works. Brake light, yep, good. Let's see, backup camera, that works. It just beeps like that because the door's open, a car's yelling at you. I want to make sure the sunroof works, because I haven't actually tried it on this thing. Cool. Good to me. All good there. Close the door because there's a train coming. The train tracks are literally right there. So trains make this type of thing kind of hard when they're 100 feet away. A whole lot else to look at, honestly. What was I gonna do? I just forgot what I was gonna do. I was gonna just fiddle with stuff, I guess. That works. That works. Works. That works. Heated seat definitely works. That's starting to come on pretty quick. Flip that one off. Oh, yes, the other thing. So this center console just does that, which may be something I can fix because it doesn't look like there's anything broken here. It's just this maybe isn't set on here quite right, and there's a way to put it on, but it just slides off. You notice, see, it's there, but it's not on there all the way. So yeah, that's kind of the drill. Oh, stereo here, let's do this. The fan's on high. Now the fan's on high. Cool. No weird noises, no hums or anything like that. Let's get the stereo going. That was on the whole time. Yeah, cool. That works well. No lights on, no weirdness. Yeah. So I think I covered just about everything I could think of. I said your biggies are, I mean, the driver's side, just little stuff. Driver's seat tear, center console. Again, I'm going to work on that and see if I can fiddle with it and make it go on there the right way. But normal 13-year-old car stuff. Other than that, I will say I've driven this car 3 or 4 times. It's very nice. It's quiet, it's smooth, the transmission's smooth, it rides well, it drives like it should. It feels like it should on the road. It's every inch an LX. It's a very nice vehicle, so no issues there. But yeah, so that's all I got. Like I said on the phone, if you think of anything that I missed or anything that you need more clarification on or whatever, please let me know. Otherwise, I'll just send this to you and I'll look to hear from you. Thanks, sir.